Hey guys, I'm Phile and welcome back to Rafa vs. Daheng. This is map 2 on Corrupted Keep and we're getting right into the action here on Daheng, playing this Clutch. Absolutely fantastic pick for this map. Clutch is so dangerous on any map in this current patch especially, but especially on this map because of the ability to control the rocket launcher. Now I didn't quite see from these spawns, it looked like Daheng was able to get to the rockets pretty quickly, so if Rafa doesn't have a rocket launcher right now, this is a dicey start. And given that Rafa isn't firing rockets, it looks like he doesn't have the rockets. Yeah, he wouldn't be taking this route if he didn't need that gun. Rafa does a good job to kind of bait his way towards the rockets and then use the space that creates to get down to the red. And he also gets onto the Mega as well, so he's got all the stack in the world here. The problem is, he still doesn't have these rockets. Daheng can completely shut this down and actually going for the super shotgun finish. That is beautiful. You know, every rocket you fire with that shield up, it lowers your shield, it leaves you open to a little bit of damage, and yeah, Daheng doesn't want to risk that. Now Rafa being super aggressive here with the rockets, he gets a beautiful bounce, and just this is such a classic Rafa thing to do, right? From absolutely nothing, he creates so much space just by knowing how to be aggressive with what he had. Again, it looks like it isn't really going to matter because Daheng's aim is so sick. Daheng, yeah, he doesn't want to stick around there. The punch is a pretty good counter to the shield. Oh, look at this position. Rafa has no idea where Daheng is right there. That's so smart because, like, Clutch is so wide, you know, he can be really, really easy to spot. So Daheng having that knowledge of that exact little place to stand where he can get all the information and give his opponent the runaround is really good. It's still Rafa controlling these items, and he does have a rocket launcher now too, you know, thankfully for him spawning near it. But it still feels like Daheng just has such a massive advantage with this shield here. Now Rafa's stack is getting scary. If Rafa gets a good opening to a fight, he's going to be great, but Daheng still has this shield. So Rafa's job right now is to force the shield out and kinda hope that it's going to go well for him from there. Nice bit of play around this bounce pad. Rafa, you can see him pulling out the LG, and you don't see the LG just as I start to follow a thread of thought there, Daheng comes through with the big rockets, with the shield, completely shutting down Rafa here, and it looks like Rafa just may not have an answer to this shield. Daheng, that one tiny little miss rocket there, you know, that one slightly bad placement into that platform, it levitated him enough that Rafa could just come through with that LG, and once Clutch is in the air and you're LGing him, he doesn't have a chance. So a complete reversal of the round there for Rafa, just a tiny little mistake from Daheng, but Rafa was there to capitalize, and he capitalized fully. Ooh, trying to control that rocket launcher. I like using the Ghost Walk up there for Daheng, you know, he just spent his Ghost Walk to protect his life, but he also got a rocket launcher out of it, so really, really smart movement, and Rafa completely swings the momentum back into his favor right now. Even with Daheng getting the rockets, you know, oh, here comes a punch. Daheng going for the flying Kung Fu Man maneuver. Rafa, you can see how much Rafa respects it. You know, it's really crazy, and this nail gun can cause a lot of problems to the Solag because the Solag is just so wide. Daheng, he knows how much damage he's done. He rushes through with that shotgun full force. Rafa going down in round 1. A fantastic showing there from Daheng. Rafa should be scared right now, you know. I love this moment on the replay. This was such a decisive moment. Such an important moment about how Daheng wants to play this map. You know, he wants to control the rocket launcher. And if that wasn't clear to anyone before that moment, it was perfectly clear after it. Rafa knew exactly what he had to do. And you can see from this start, he gets the red armor spawn this time. He just goes hard to get that rocket. You know, he doesn't want to end up in that same situation. He doesn't want to end up playing back from such a huge disadvantage, because once Rafa got the advantage, you know, it was a totally different game. And yeah, he is playing keep away hard right now. I still feel like Daheng with the super shotgun could probably just rush it with the shield, but you don't want to risk it, and you don't want to push through and, you know, burn your shield early. If the Anarchy is going to be able to get away, that's beautiful zoning. Rafa hit such a good rocket in defense, but the way Daheng zoned that out, right, he forced Rafa back towards the HP bubbles, towards the heavy machine gun. Rafa had nowhere to go. So just great movement, great setup there from Daheng, very well thought out, but the shield is down and Rafa knows that's his sign to go aggressive, especially with the acid spit out. Yeah, Daheng tries to slip away through the cracks there. Rafa says no, complete denial of that exit route, and a fantastic super shotgun finish. Daheng does get himself on an item here, but the Nyx against the Solag, you know, the Solag can just melt the Nyx so fast. The Solag still isn't that slow. As far as tanks go, Rafa seems a little bit confused about when this armor is. That could cause him some problems. He doesn't look confident about how he's going to play it here, and that means that Deheng has been able to worm his way in. Deheng very comfortably in the center of the map now. He's going to get the red. Rafa's going to try and play for this Mega, but again, he doesn't seem to know exactly when it is either. Oh, there goes Deheng with the OG, and actually putting the OG to good use here. It doesn't feel like Sollag took anywhere near enough damage getting caught in a situation like that, but, well, some damage does come out, and it's going to be pretty significant. The Ghost Walk's forced out there again, this kind of zoning, right? Rafa putting Deheng in a situation this time where there was no good way for Deheng to move. There was no way for Deheng to avoid taking damage, so the Ghost Walk had to come out. But now with neither player having their ability up, it's Rafa with this massive stack. You know, Rafa playing this monster character who gets these massive stacks, and that is such nice movement. The rocket jump across the map, the big trap, the LG is almost enough to shut the Sollag down, but Rafa just has that aim to counter it. You know, he knows how to push that through. And now, I mean, the Doom against the Sollag is a really interesting one, because, like, the Sollag can take so much, and confidence from Deheng, you know, just oozing confidence there. That's not a situation you would usually expect to win. You can see Rafa was pretty confident there that Deheng didn't know what he was doing, and then Deheng said, hey, actually, let's do a rocket fight, and he won the rocket fight. Oh, I mean, just such nice play from Deheng overall here, you know? Like, even when he's not letting himself be bullied by Rafa, I guess is the thing. He's not playing into the way Rafa wants him to play. Deheng is using his confidence here and just pulling stuff out of his hat. And this is an important thing in Quake Champions, I think. You know, you can make a lot happen if you have the confidence and the aim to back it up. And that seems to be very much how Deheng wants to play this. He wants to get an advantage and press it, and when he doesn't have an advantage, he just wants to do crazy stuff. Rafa overall being a little bit more conservative, you know, picking his moments to be crazy. Alright, the split on the major items here should mean that Deheng gets the Mega, but he's going to have to fight to defend it, and really play around his stack. I like this position. He can get away if he needs to, and he does need to. There's health here for him. Rafa wants to push this through. He knows that if Deheng's up there, if Deheng's up at those two 25 HP bubbles, that Rafa can like really pin him with OG in a pretty good way. But it's Deheng with the rocket damage, and he's looking pretty pleased with himself right there, you know. he knows he's doing good. Alright, third and potentially final round if Deheng wants to go for a clean sweep here. Deheng again not getting that rocket launcher start. Oh, and Rafa wants to put this pressure down straight away. Deheng taking so much damage from that shotgun. Deheng actually pulling out the mining laser. That was... I don't think I've ever seen a mining laser frag before. That was close. And the shotgun chicken goes in the favor of Rafa. Rafa just completely changing up his game plan. He goes full aggressive. Crazy play there, you know, just relying on the clutch being so wide to soak up so much of that shotgun damage. Very, very smart from Rafa. Just a complete spanner in the works of how Deheng wants to approach this, and winning himself a fantastic advantage right now. I mean, right off the bat, Deheng, you know, on this Nyx, taking that damage, just getting knocked that little bit down. Rafa asserting himself in the middle of the map. It's Deheng with a big trap. That is such a big trap, in fact. It's going to slow almost all of Rafa's momentum right down. Oh, that was such a nice spam angle there for Rafa. It does 9 damage. If that does, you know, 90 damage, then that situation gets blown wide open for Rafa, but 9 just wasn't enough, and Deheng picks up the equalizing frag here. Rafa onto his Doom. The Doom, a very formidable character. Deheng goes for the trap that Rafa went for before, and Rafa shuts it down just like Deheng did last round. So a bit of a flashback, a bit of payback there, even. Oh, Deheng's rocketing has just been so sick here. You know, he's won himself such a good opportunity against Rafa, and here he goes pushing in for this frag. He has earned it. Both players so weak. And it's just amazing how much space these guys are prepared to give each other when they get so weak. You know, neither player wants to take that gamble. And I think I said about this last map too, where like, you know, they don't just want to gamble when they're both low. They want to both go and stack back up because they're confident enough that they can win a fight where they both have stack, you know, and that one of them is going to win it by more. You know, so Deheng's thinking he doesn't want to be on 5 HP when he gets his kill, because then Rafa can just rush him down. He wants to be, you know, 100-100, ideally. And of course, he doesn't want to take the risk of just like getting fragged, you know. So, with a nice split on these items here, there's a lot of potential for Rafa to move into a heavier control. Daheng does not want to let Rafa be taking all these items, and Rafa, strong rockets to control the middle of the map. I mean, this is the first time that Rafa's looked really strong to win a round, I think. Here comes the Doom from below. Daheng dives onto the armor to steal it away, and he actually does steal it away, and the OG in the back of Rafa. Rafa seems a little bit confused there. He's stuck in the Berserk, he can't turn around and shoot, so that leaves the Mega Health wide open for Daheng. That is exactly what Daheng needed. I was just saying that if Rafa starts stacking up, then it's going to get hard, and I mean, Daheng just does something completely, you know, impossible to imagine. He just sees it and makes it so. Absolutely beautiful Quake. Just not giving Rafa any room to breathe or stack back up here, you know. This is such crazy pressure, and this should be the frag for Daheng even. There it comes. So Rafa onto potentially his last champion of the map. Alright, this Sorlag can do pretty well against the Nyx if you bait the Ghost Walk out and get the Acid Spit off while there's, you know, no Ghost Walk to get away. Just the overwhelming damage of the Acid Spit can be too much for the Nyx to deal with. Daheng trying to shut down the middle of the map with the OG. That's going to be effective against a tank like this. Rafa forces out the Ghost Walk too, so this is absolutely perfect. Rafa with the perfect situation, but it's the bounce and the pin. Daheng absolutely dominant here on this map. Just, you know, when he wasn't making smart plays and crazy plays where he would just like completely flip the map around whenever Rafa started to play well, you know, it was his aim. It was his ability to shut down the things Rafa did well, just by hitting really great rockets. So a really crazy map there for Daheng, really well deserved there. Rafa is gonna be feeling the pressure here. Or would have been rather, as this game was played. So thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for map 3. I've been Phylum, guys. I'll see you soon.